What's going on, everyone? Climate Data Report here with an update on Hurricane Idalia for Tuesday afternoon, August 29th, 2023. You can see here on visible satellite, Idalia is really starting to get its act together, and it almost looks like it's starting to pop out an eye wall now. Let's change this to infrared satellite, and I will show you here. You can see this is really starting to get impressive. The center is right about here right now. So we'll be watching for an eye wall, and you can see the convection. It is getting relatively deep. Taking a look at the latest notes and the latest numbers for Idalia, the Hurricane Center says Idalia squalls overspreading portions of the lower Florida Keys and the southwestern coast of Florida. Life-threatening storm surge and hurricane conditions expected along portions of Florida's Gulf Coast tonight and Wednesday. And as of 2 p.m., it is moving north at 15 miles per hour. It is now down to 97.4 millibars. Its maximum sustained winds are now 90 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the latest track for Idalia. And you can see here by 8 a.m. on Wednesday, it is going to be a major hurricane near Florida's Big Bend. It's going to be a strong Category 3. That's what the Hurricane Center is predicting. They've been continuing to adjust this a little bit higher. As of right now, I'm in agreement with the Category 3, but you know what? Don't be surprised if this gets to a low-end Category 4. It's possible. We're starting to see the intensification pick up, and tonight is going to see a period of rapid intensification, and we all know there's a past history. Anything can happen when there's rapid intensification, so we'll be watching it through the evening. Follow me on Twitter at Climate Data Report. I'm going to be tweeting on this pretty much all afternoon and evening. Continuing on here, let's go back. We can also take a look here at the estimated time of arrival for tropical storm force winds. So even by 8 p.m. tonight, Tampa Bay area, you'll be seeing some tropical storm force winds. The Florida's Big Bend, where it's going to make landfall. Expect the tropical storm force winds to start to come in around 2 a.m. for you. And then going back here, there's several different aspects of this storm. There is the rainfall aspect, where there will be widespread 6 to 10 inches of rainfall, not just for Florida, but even up into Georgia, South Carolina, and portions of North Carolina. Localized 6 to 10 inches of rain with widespread 4 to 6 for you. Wouldn't surprise me if in the Big Bend you see a localized spot, even up in Georgia and South Carolina, a localized spot that gets over 10 inches of rain. So flooding with this storm will definitely be a concern, and there actually is a flash flood potential with this. You can see, here's day one right here. Can we see this? Yes, here's day one, which would be today. There is a moderate risk of excessive rainfall. Then we come over here to day two, where there is a larger moderate risk of excessive rainfall from Florida through southeast Georgia, southeast South Carolina, and southeast North Carolina. And there's even a slight risk surrounding this as well. So we are pretty concerned about the rainfall potential, but that's not the only aspect that we have to concern ourselves with. Let's skip over here to the Storm Prediction Center. Take a look at this. There is a slight risk of severe weather today. Why? Yes, there could be a wind threat. We know there's going to be a wind with the storm, but there is a tornado threat. And I know you're seeing a slight risk right now. And let's go to the Storm Prediction Center here. Yep, nothing has changed here on the page. There is currently no mesoscale discussion. There is currently no watch, but I want to show you something. This is already ongoing. There are 2 active tornado warnings right now ongoing. Naples, if you're in Naples, Florida, you have a tornado warning right now. You actually have 2 tornado warnings. You have one tornado warning cell that is moving north of you in portions of Naples. There's another one just to your southeast. So yes, with these squalls that are pushing up northward, there is already tornado activity. So we're going to be watching this throughout the day and into the night tonight. I mean, this is going to be a very long duration for Florida. I mean, right now we are 2 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon. This is not making landfall till somewhere between 8 and 10 a.m. tomorrow. Probably about 9 o'clock maybe, if I had to guess. And this area right here, if you're anywhere in this area, the Big Bend of Florida, Cedar Key, on up to Horseshoe Beach, any of these areas, please take your evacuation orders seriously. I was reading from the National Weather Service out of Tallahassee. It's the first time a major hurricane has actually made landfall and directly hit in this area. So yes, this is relatively serious. Let's take a look at the national map here. Not much need to be said. There are hurricane warnings, there are tropical storm warnings that are up across the area, there are flood watches, there are coastal flood warnings. Storm surge is going to be serious in this area. Let's take a look at something else here. Here's another look at rainfall amounts from the Weather Prediction Center. And exactly like I said, there's going to be this swath within this orange here of 6 to 10 inches of rainfall. And there's definitely going to be flooding with this of all types. You're going to have the rain that causes the flooding. Then in these coastal areas, you're going to have the water rushing in from the Gulf of Mexico. And then, of course, you're going to have the storm damage. Let's take a look at one of the hurricane models. This is the HRWF. And you can see here, as we head in tonight, this is 0Z Wednesday. So this is 8 to 9 o'clock time frame. Watch what happens here. It goes from 957 quickly down to 947 to even 937. So yes, and I think that may be a 934. This model right here, it's a little bit more to the west. It's a little closer to Tallahassee, which that would be a little concerning. But you get the point here. It undergoes rapid intensification. Let's take a look at the winds with this. And again, look at this. I mean, it really gets going here. You're seeing some whites here. You're seeing this is a strong Category 3 hurricane that's being shown here on the HWRF. And there you go. 934 millibars. Should it take this little tract slightly further west, Tallahassee, you would have to pay close attention. Let's also take a look at the European. Now, this is an older European run. This is a 6Z run. And I'm also going to show you the 0Z run. It's the reason why. So we see it's going to track right by Florida's Big Bend. Then it's going to track over Georgia, then the Carolinas, and it's still going to be probably a Category 1 hurricane when it's entering Georgia. Carolinas, tropical storm for you, but you're mainly going to get very heavy rainfall. Look at this swath of rainfall on the European. But I want to show you this. You also see it does go back into the Atlantic. Watch what happens. It goes east. Remember before, models were saying it would exit stage right, go east, maybe hit Bermuda, and then go out to sea. That's not the case on modeling anymore. And I want to show you a different run of the European. Here's last night's run. Now, it may still have impacts on Bermuda, maybe some tropical storm conditions. It may even still hit Bermuda. I mean, this is 120 hours out. Long time to watch. But look what happens here. There's a high to the north of this. It gets stuck. It can't go north. It tries to go east, but doesn't get very far. You can see here, it does go back east, eventually gets over Bermuda, and at this point, we're 168 hours out. But I'm just trying to show you something here. There's some great uncertainty. Yes, you are seeing this actually in the very end of the European run. It comes back west. But there is a key thing I want to show you here. Let's go backwards. Here's where it comes off. You can see the different circulation centers. They kind of get a little bit displaced. It's still a tropical storm, but it's not as organized. You're not seeing it blow up again. Could that change? Yes, it could change. It could eventually organize again if it gets stuck down there. And where it goes is anyone's guess. Let's show you a different model. Here's the 12Z GFS. GFS also has this now. It actually sends it straight south and goes nowhere near Bermuda. Then it comes back as just an open wave of some sort, maybe a tropical depression. And yes, it pays Florida a visit again, but it's not developed. That's something in the longer range we will have to pay close attention to, because should it organize itself in the Atlantic again, should it decide to come back west, well, guess what? We're looking at a secondary landfall. But right now, our main concern is what is going on as we speak. And as noted, there are already tornado warnings ongoing with this system. You can see this system is really starting to organize itself. Let's change radars. Here's the center. You can actually see the center spinning on radar as this is pushing northward. And look at all these squalls of rain that are heading to the north. There's a lot of rainfall coming to the north right now. So places along the Florida Gulf Coast, expect things to start to go downhill. And in the Big Bend area, you'll probably start seeing your first bouts of thunderstorms relatively soon. You can see there's already some showers on the outer edges of this. Showers and thunderstorms starting to come into your area. Tampa Bay area, you're getting some squalls right now. You could see tropical storm force wind gusts with these squalls, especially as this storm gets closer. So again, guys, just to recap, let's go back here. You can see here with Idalia, you can see right now, Idalia is currently a strong Category 1. It is moving northward at 15 miles per hour, minimum pressure of 974 millibars, maximum sustained winds are 90 miles per hour. It probably will reach Category 2 status at the 5 p.m. update. Hurricane hunters are continuously flying into it. Follow me on Twitter at Climate Data Report. I'll be doing a ton of tweets, including tornado warnings, on this system. Alrighty, if you like this update, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more updates like this, subscribe to my channel down below. If you know anyone that needs to see this life-saving information, because this is a life-threatening storm, by all means, share this with them. We might have another update here later on this evening. If not, we will definitely have one first thing tomorrow morning. Alrighty, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe. Take your evacuation orders if you're in Florida seriously. Thanks for watching.